Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to make these beautiful Easter eggs with a candy surprise filling inside. And I'm also going to be uploading a video on Sunday, and I'm going to be using these wonderful eggs in that video, so stay tuned. To get started, I have an Easter egg plastic mold, and I got this at my local cake supply store, but there's a lot of these on Amazon and online. I also have a big glass bowl. I have some Candy Quick vanilla candy bark. I have 3 small bowls, coconut oil, gel food color in pastel, a paintbrush, and a couple of spoons. And you want to make sure that everything is completely dry. Make sure there's no water on anything. I chop up my vanilla bark into smaller pieces, place it into the glass bowl, and microwave it in 30-second increments until it's completely melted. To color the melted candy coating, I just separate it into smaller bowls, and then I add the gel food color along with some coconut oil. What the coconut oil does is it mixes with the food color and helps the chocolate not seize. It also thins out your candy coating if it's too thick and not a good consistency for dipping or pouring over your treats. Once I finish coloring my candy coatings, I'm going to drizzle the different colors into the egg mold, and this is just going to give us some beautiful colorful Easter eggs, and it's also going to create a beautiful visual effect. There's no specific pattern, I'm just doing this as I go, just creating random design to each shell. And I'm just going to let this set for a few minutes. Once it's set, I'm going in with my all white candy coating, and I'm going to fill the eggshells about halfway. And then with a little brush or a spoon, just kind of lift up the candy coating to the side so that it covers the whole egg mold. And right after you do that, you want to make sure it does not dry yet. You want to grab a piece of parchment paper, tip the whole mold over, and let that excess candy coating just drip off. Once you've let the excess candy coating drip just for a few seconds, you want to flip it back over, and then I'm using an offset spatula just to kind of wipe that candy melt off the edges so that we get really clean edges. And then I'm going to pop this in the fridge for literally about 3 minutes, just so that it can set. Once that has set, I'm going to come in with a second layer of candy coating just to make sure that our eggshells aren't too fragile. We want this to be pretty thick so that they hold their shape. So I'm coming in with a second coating, and then I'm going to pop this back in the fridge until it's completely set. Once it's been completely set, I'm coming back in with my offset spatula and scraping any excess candy coating from the sides of the eggs, because like I said, we want really smooth edges. And then I'm going to carefully just stretch out the mold and pop the eggshells out of there. Now I'm going to create some solid neon colored eggs. So I'm just going to repeat the same steps. I'm going to fill it halfway, brush it with a brush or a spoon, add a second coating once this one has set, and then let it set completely. Once they've set, scrape off the excess candy coating, that one just popped right out, and carefully just remove them from the mold. Now it's time for the best part, which is filling them with these beautiful Easter candies. I have some colorful neon M&Ms and some gummy bunnies. So I'm just going to grab one of my egg halves and then add some of the candies in that half. Then I'm going to add some melted candy coating on the outer edges of the other half, and then just basically glue that half on top of the other half and hold it in place for a couple seconds. And you'll notice that there's some of that candy melt just hanging out the edges of the egg. Just smooth it around with your fingers, smooth it into the egg, and it should blend right in. Now, since I'm going to do my pink egg, I'm going to add some melted pink candy melts onto the other shell, and then I'm going to do the same thing to all of my eggs. I'm going to just basically glue them together, hold it in place, and smooth out that candy melt on the outside. And now I'm going to finish up the rest of them. So now that our beautiful Easter eggs are complete, they look so wonderful. All the beautiful colors that we added just gave this really cute effect to the eggs. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you cut it open. Delicious surprise inside. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. On Sunday, I'm going to be posting a video of something that I make using these wonderful eggs.